Hello and herzlich willkommen to Krause Games. I'm Krause and this is my channel where we play the Sims 4 together. I just recorded a Sims 3 video, so I'm like hella confused. But yeah, the shell I did in an earlier video, which I lost the footage of, so I'm really sorry for that. It is a starter house, so it is very, very basic. And if you hear footsteps in the background, that is my puppy who's catching his tail. So, yay! But yeah, basically in that video I will furnish. Also, there's a cut in between where for the landscaping I didn't have enough money. So at first I was like, nah, well then let's not have landscaping, but I couldn't stand the view whatsoever. That's why I decided to go into debug and grab some stuff and still like have a nice landscaping. That is sadly also not included in that case because I forgot to record it, and then in between was like, oh no, I wanted to record that, and yeah, well, ended up not having that included. But yeah, I hope you still enjoy the video. So first of all, we tried to figure out the layout in the house. I went for like an open downstairs with living and kitchen area, all that. I'm sorry, that was my puppy again. And then upstairs we have like one bathroom, like a tiny nook, I would say, and the bedroom. So pretty simple. In the last video you saw me getting some CC. You may ask yourself why I didn't include that in this video. It is because, first of all, a lot of the wallpapers were still broken, like they didn't work. And second of all, we're broke. You will see after furnishing the whole house, it's just nothing left. So I decided to go with the content we have in game, what I used, very cheap stuff, appliances and everything. And then at another point, when we earn some more money, we will redo everything. So this house will be left behind. We will not play in that house for too long, but for now it is important because it's her first house. So yeah. As you see with the windows, I went with like a subtle blue, like baby blue, however you want to call it. I like this color very much, and in her case, her favorite colors are like very poppy and also pastel-y, like just colors in general. She does not like black too much. That's why I try to go with that whole scheme. Currently, I'm trying to figure out doors and windows with the different levels of heights in the living area. And that caused me a bit of, not trouble is wrong, but it was painful to find out what I actually like. And I think what I ended up with is fine. It is totally acceptable for her, hopefully. So yeah, basically so much to that. So, and whilst I am struggling, or well, my past me is struggling with the windows, I'm gonna tell you about my puppy. So he's 6 months old now, coming into puberty, which causes him to be very rambunctious. Before that, it was because of the teeth thing. So he like tried to nip at you. Very, very uncomfortable because puppy teeth are so sharp. He pierced me once. It's not aggression by any means. It's like, how can I say? It's like with a toddler, not toddler, baby. I have no idea with children, so. But yeah, when they're teething, they have pain, and for dogs, it's like they also chew on stuff. And sometimes they try to chew on you, and that is very uncomfortable. We are over that now, but now he's in puberty, which means he does not listen very much. And sometimes that is really annoying, and I cannot wait until he's like grown up. But until then, we just have to bear with him, basically. because yeah, it's exhausting, but we will get there. Also, we had a dog trainer, but due to our schedules that we have, soon I will move to the States with my husband, so there's a lot of immigration stuff going on, and just in general life, so we neglected the training a tiny bit. He can sit, he can lay, and the here works here and then. So yeah, but I feel guilty about it. I really have to take care more with that, because you don't want to have an untrained dog, you know. It's causing him problems and us too, and that makes no sense. Yeah, back to the video. When you look now, I'm at the color scheme. I didn't like that with the pink. I was like, it's her favorite color, might look good. It does not. I ended up with this, I think it's, how do you call it? Is it anthracite? Like, it's a dark gray, but it's not black because she doesn't like black. Also has like a bluish hint. Oh, I just saw that I overlined something. I hope I'm fixing that. I did. Good. But yeah, basically this color scheme that you see now for the outside at least will stay that way. It looks nice and modern and gives the house more depth. Yeah, and then I think I forgot move objects, or did it afterwards, might have cutted that out because I couldn't put the pillars, if you call it that way, up very nicely. I ended up like figuring it out at the end, but there's still something off about the build, which I will fix later. You will see in a minute maximum that I put in how do you call it? It's like between the levels, this white line, a trim. Is it called a trim? I'm sorry for my lack of English language, but I put it that on. But at the same time, I made an open staircase inside, which which causes it to glitch out. You see that little part? And yeah, I'm a bit too fast. I speeded it up also, so it's hard to see. But when I go into not the next gameplay, the gameplay after, because the video for the next gameplay is already cut. I just have to basically put my voice over it. But yeah, basically there I will fix that, because I think it also looked good without the white trim that we have there, and then at least it doesn't glitch out on the inside, you know. So yeah, that is still on my to-do list. Yeah, the color scheme I really like. As I said, it's very modern, and inside we are going for cheap but also cute, which that is the reason why I have all the cheap counters. Basically still try to go with a bit more modern color scheme. So yeah, also here, dining wise, cheap desk, cheap chairs, but they shouldn't look like too off, because when you look at it, there's like the wooden chair that is cheaper. We want to save money, but we don't want to go nuts on that. Ah yeah, here with the two couches also, that will be changed because it just looked not good at all. But yeah, as I said in the build video for The Sims 3, it's on my other channel. Oh yeah, here, you see the glitching. Sorry, I'm jumping from A to B because I watched the video and meanwhile talk. But what did I want to say? ADHD's dead. Ah yeah, how I said in the other video, I watch a lot of Little Simsy, and she has this way of like putting furniture to get a general like idea of where stuff wants to be, should stay, not wants to, should stay, should be. And I did it kind of like that. Kind of. Except for when I found some stuff that I actually want to have in the house. Then I placed it immediately. But the most stuff, I just choose the first slots, like color slots. So yeah, except for with the kitchen, just to make it a bit easier on myself. Here currently I'm trying to place the hanging cabinets, which out of some reason they didn't fit. Yeah, because I changed the height. Yeah, that was it. Because I changed the height where exactly they sit. That's why they didn't slot very well. So I had to get a bit creative, just like with the small counter on the side. It took me forever to see, I placed that little box, and then it took me forever to realize that I just could have taken the little one that we have here, where I just placed the suction thing. I don't know how that is called. And yeah, basically just overlined them a bit. I tried out other stuff, and then I realized that I can do that. You will see it too. And yeah, now you see me placing curtains. With the budget that we have, it makes no sense to get curtains, but I want to give her some privacy. The reason you will see in the gameplay video, I can also explain it. It doesn't spoil it too much. Due to the mods that I have, specifically Wicked Whims, there are peeping toms. So there's a peeping tom coming and looking through the window. And for me, it just feels uncomfortable not having the window on the lowest floor and the bathrooms covered, because yeah, creepy. I mean, I ended up still having some without curtains and changed that in the other, in the gameplay video, added some stuff because yeah, it's just, I don't know. Like, imagine living in the first floor and people just come up and stare in your house, in your apartment. And there are people that do that. Don't want to sound negative, but it's just a fact. Oh, now that I look at the blue color, it actually looks good. But yeah, I ended up not leaving it that way. But yeah, basically. So I will add some more stuff, but in general, I can say that the apartment as it is at the end is what we play with until we get a new apartment, a new house. But for that, I want to save some more money. I want to climb up the career. There also, no spoiler, but a little information. She's in the education career, so she doesn't earn like too much money, but it's okay. And I think it fits her character. And here with the TV area, I also tried out some stuff, but that I've seen also before with other Sims creators, that they use the hanging cabinets. You put them a bit lower and then like raise stuff up, like the TV, for example, to have it on there basically. I like that. I think that looks very good. Also here, like very cheap TV, totally fine. Does its job. Who needs a flat screen for what? Makes no sense, especially in a starter home when you're like poor. Or not poor. Who has 20,000, let's say, dollars just to start out their life? I didn't, you know. It's like crazy. Like, no one starts out in a house. That's why I like apartments too. But in that case, I just, because I love to build, was like, nah, yeah, well, let's see what we can do. And I think it turned out pretty neat. I also love this couch table, or how you call it, like in the living room, what you have in front of your couch. It's really nice. It's cute. It fits her style. It's not pastel-y, but colorful, and that's what I was going for anyways. So yeah. And even though we don't have too much money, I was like, nah, okay, but we have to make it look nice. And that's why I ended up without money at the end. This is CC, what I had before, not from the CC shopping. I'm so sorry, I ate a lot of garlic. And yeah, basically. So some CC is included, just like with that plant and stuff. But it is not from the CC shopping. It is from what I had before. It just fitted, and so I was like, nah, yeah, well. And as long as it works out, yeah. Here with the plant, I didn't like that. I chose a smaller one. What I really like about this house, how I did the TV area. It gets better. Yeah, and here said that the wallpapers don't work. You see what I mean? The CC ones, because there are so many nice ones. really, really nice ones. But nah, it is how it is. The wallpaper that I have, that I will put here, will be changed also. I think you see that at the end, because I think I included that in that video. I have to look at it again myself, because yeah, I have ADHD. I'm very random. I change stuff in between, then sometimes forget to record it, and then have to show it off afterwards and explain it. But yeah, I ended up with a very different wallpaper. I think like roses. Yeah, it was roses. Very subtle. But now that I'm watching the video back, I'm a bit annoyed that I didn't, after moving the door, didn't center the TV. I just praised myself for the living TV area, and now I'm seeing the flaws. Yeah, that is like with selfies. You look at it too long and you see everything that you don't want to see. And I've watched that video while cutting. I've watched that video now again. Now I just see all the flaws that I put it in. But yeah, well, I don't know. So yeah. Oh yeah, with the tiles, I wish you could like put round, not round tiles is wrong, but make like a bow, you know what I mean? Like in a round wall, for example. That would be so nice. Because I think the way I put it on the tile first in the kitchen area was just, it didn't look right. I rather have the wood floor than this, you know. But yeah, basically. Okay, I'm gonna stop that little recording for a second, because I think I got a bit too random with my thoughts. Go back on track, girl. Okay, I was trying to get my brains back, but it didn't work. You know why? I paused my recording, I paused my video to watch it, and suddenly there was standing buffering, and it couldn't keep proceeding, so it was standing on buffering for a while. And meanwhile, my puppers went insane behind me. And now I'm more confused than I was before. I don't know why it did that. As sometimes does. Maybe because I was editing so much today that it's just like overwhelmed. But yeah. Also, then I go back into the video. Let's say, okay, I was placing a rock, and the rock is not centered. I'm aware of that. When I re-watched the video, I saw that, or more like when I was editing it, cutting it, I saw that, and it annoys me. I will also change that, because yeah, the rock has to be centered. And then I was trying to put a bit of clutter on here. I'm also not 100% happy with that. It looks very random. To be fair, sometimes stuff just looks random. Like when I go through my apartment, most of it is as it's supposed to be, but some stuff is just, yeah, as I said, random, and really, really random. And the kitchen counter here in the back is definitely. So I placed a tea stand thing, a grinder, also when you want to make your own matcha leaves. That's what I had in mind. And these are like coffee boxes, I think, like where you can put coffee in it. And these I wanted to place next to it. With the old placing from the counters, I don't know how simmers are capable of doing that without trying it 6,000 times. I look at the roster below it and I orientate myself on it, put it where I think it's right. Then I put the counter there and it is not at all where I thought it would be. So, yay! Very nice. But yeah, it is acceptable. I left it that way. I just put it one plant there in the corner, this one, to be specific, next to that, so that the fire alarm thingy is hidden. And then I kept proceeding with the bathroom. There I was going for, okay, I need for the dog bathtub, was trying to figure out where it makes the most sense, which would be here. Then a cheap shower, and I basically designed my own shower booth. I don't know how to explain it. And color scheme wise, I wanted to go a bit more eccentric. You don't see it yet, but with the tiles and everything, it comes together very nicely. But again, went also for cheap. That was very important for me. Still spent like a lot on the bathroom at the end, but at least the appliances and all that are cheap. And without clutter, I just can't. I mean, I could have saved a decent amount of money without putting clutter on there, but that's just not it. Like, you need hand soap, you need your toothbrushes, and you need a hand lotion. At least I have that in my bathroom, always like that, so that afterwards you can put some lotion on your hands so that they are nice and moist and don't dry out too much. And some towels, obviously. So yeah, that is what I was going for. In the above the bathtub, I wanted to have like the hanging lights also. I love those a lot. I think they bring a nice light into it, and also it should be her like cozy nook too when she wants to have a nice bath. And that's why I created a bit of a colorful little booth basically. In a minute I have to pause the video again because my mom was just contacting me, as I saw. Oh yes. I was just telling her about a story. When I was on a walk with my dog, with my little boy, he's usually very good at listening. Like, you call him back and he comes back. So, as I said, he's in puberty, which means sometimes he does not. He just tries to push it very hard. And we were walking around the cows, and they have like this electric fence, free, like off the leash. There are no people, so it's totally fine for us to do that. I would never do that, like just somewhere where people are. But yeah, it was still a big mistake. You know why? The boy went to the fence. I was like, no, you don't do that. He was looking me dead in the eyes and did it. Then he got shocked by the fence and jumped into, like, how can I say, where the cows are. Not my side, where the cows are. I panicked because I was like, how do I get him out? Was like walking from side to side, seeing if there is like a part where he can squeeze through, basically, or where is like a bit higher. End of the story is he panicked, I panicked. He managed to find, like, either way it's in it comes in phases, or the fence was a bit broken because there was one part where there was no energy, no electricity going through it. So he was able to get back out, but that scared me first of all because I was like, yeah, as I said, how do I get him out of there? And also that must have hurt, like, poor boy. I mean, in hindsight, like, afterwards, it's a bit funny because no one really got harmed. He didn't get harmed. He's fine. But in that moment, that was really scary, especially also with the cows. You know, he's small, and I was scared that the cows maybe when he goes towards them or when he's too hyper, that they might like stamp on him on accident. Because cows are not aggressive animals by any means, but he's sometimes so hyper. But thankfully he was not hyper. He didn't go to the cows. He just tried. He was scared and tried to go back to me. So yeah, that was okay. Build wise, so that I also talk about that. The bedroom also pretty simple, cheap stuff like cheap TV and all that, but still was trying to go a bit with style. Also included some CC, like the carpet and the sign that you see there. So yeah, the yoga mat was important because of her aspiration. She wants to have inner peace, and for that she has to work on her meditation and all that. And the PC she needs for work, and a bookcase. You just always, like a bookshelf, you always need. In my eyes, we have one too at home. And yeah, was going with the typical color scheme that we have downstairs also. So that's quite nice. And was trying out a bit. I don't know why I tried that out twice on the same spot. It was like thinking something changes. Then a calendar was needed, and I ended up placing the how do you call that? It's like a board, a pin board. I think originally it is for like searching for a suspect or something like that. For me, it is because she's a love bug, right? And she for sure, like, no spoilers, but of course she will date because she's a love bug. And that basically was like for me the trying to figure out who she ends up with board, where she pins their pictures on there, creepy as it can be. Yeah, and that is the little nook that I was talking about earlier. I was imagining like a chill nook where she can sit, also with her dog together, where she can just read and calm down, like something like that. First, I was thinking about placing some more wellness stuff, but it has such a big range, the 4 tile range, and that's just, I don't know, unfortunate. Baby, what's up? Wait, I have to pause the recording and cuddle my dog. Okay, done cuddling. If you still hear some noise in the back, it's him chewing on his antler. So there might be some noise in the background. Okay, back to the build. In that case, we try to also include some plants. So because you can always have, or you can never have enough plants. Here, I didn't realize that the plant was clipping with the wooden stair. I didn't see it. That is also something I have to change. I hope I remember or I see it again, because then I will. Yeah, and I was just trying to figure out which plants to put there so that it's not clipping, ironically. And I think it ended up not too random, still a bit random, but I don't know. My plans are also always placed random. Maybe it's just me being that. Yeah, I don't know. I think it came together very nicely. So, yeah. It's at the end a tiny bit childish. You will see soon which kind of rug I place, and I personally usually just use that for children's bedrooms, the rug. But with the wallpaper that I chose at the end, it came together pretty nicely. It is still childish, but I think it's fine. I don't know how you see that. You can comment below if you like it or not. And yeah, as I said, some curtains and blinds and stuff I also placed where they are needed. I mean, the peeping Tom that I was talking about earlier cannot go up to the second level except for you make it accessible. Like, let's say I put staircase up to that little balcony, then he can go up and look at it. But in that case, he can't, he won't. But still, I personally thought it's better that way. Yeah, these ones I ended up deleting because I looked at my money and I was like, whoa, that is not good whatsoever. And then soon there will be the cut. Basically, after I place the white tiles that I ended up with, not tiles, it's wood, I think. Yeah, this one. After that it will cut. I just have to see myself again because the video, like editing the video, I did a few days ago. Ah, yeah, here, exactly. Okay, yeah, you see the debug stuff that I placed, a new mailbox, some stones because there are stones all around too. Here, I in a minute will delete those hanging plants on the side because they just threw me off out of some reason. I'm still not 100% sure with the big hanging plant in the middle. And yeah, basically, oh, there I tried first person walkthrough. I don't know how they do it. I googled it, but it just goes in the view of the sim. So yeah, I still have to figure that out, how you do that, so that I can actually walk through the apartment. I think that makes it look way better. And here I think I clicked through some of the CC, sorry, that I was searching for in the video before, and just showed that it's more expensive, that I cannot have that. And that is the wallpaper I was talking about. Then I was changing the light colors. In the gameplay video I will do it too, and change some of the clippings that I haven't seen at all. Here, the fence is also a debug fence, which I have all the way around the house basically. I still have to put terrain paint below the fence, because theoretically there should be some terrain paint, but I haven't like figured in that moment when I was doing it. Yeah, and basically this is the house as it is. Whoa, what am I doing? Okay. Yeah. And then gameplay wise, I was just putting in that she's a teacher, so she goes into her career. That I remember doing. And at the end of the video, which I will not talk further with that, I go into CAS and show you the clothing CC that I got. Like that, at least I show you fully. And change her style again, because yeah, I was not happy with how she came out, and so now she looks better in my eyes. She looks way better. Exactly. But there I don't have to say much to that, because just look at the things I got basically. And there we go. Okay, my sweethearts. So that is it for today. I want to say thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great and amazing day. Tschüss.